my goodness, someone has just subscribed for 6 months. They must have plenty of diamonds. Thank you. Hello and welcome back to another FoxyNoTail live stream here live on Twitch from the truly Bedrock server. And I know I said I was going to do another Infinity Dungeon stream today, and I was going to. And then I thought, do you know what? I'm still feeling a little bit under the weather, and I want to chill out with you guys again. I've had a really nice last few streams with you all, and it's been nice just chilling out a little bit rather than, you know, getting all into doing stuff that requires a lot of thought and effort. So yeah, I thought we'd just go for a nice relaxed one again tonight, if you don't mind, while I'm still not feeling 100%. We have had a subscription from Japes for 6 months. Thank you very much for that, Japes. That happened 3 minutes ago. I'm late. I'm sorry about that, mate. Yes, chill's good with me, says Lofty. This is good news. Excellent. Apparently, it's Pancake Day today. Roth reminded me. I completely forgot. Well, I didn't forget. I didn't even know. I thought Pancake Day was like April or May. I had no idea. Stream timer, says Pickles. I've already done it. I've done it, mate. They're obviously a complete idiot who would do such a thing.
Milsney, Mr. Onion thinks you're an idiot. You've subscribed for 12 months in a row. That is amazing. Thank you so much. Very, 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 very nice. Thank you. Come again. Shh, I forgot, said Mitz. What did you forget, Mitz? Oh, you forgot about Pancake, did you as well? Oh, no. Don't tell Mitz's lad. Don't tell him. He'll be... Oh, he won't be happy. Missing out on pancakes. Whatever next. Right, peeps. We've got some stuff to do today. We don't do pancakes, says Lofty. Mine always get stuck on the ceiling, so it's hard to eat them on the ceiling, isn't it? You get all bits of, like, plaster in your mouth. Not very nice. Mining 101 says I forgot as well. Got a job to do today. We're going to start off
breeding the bees. We're going to go over and check out our bees, and we're going to go do a little bit of bee breeding. But we have got a new project that I've been working on. I've been recording my video on it today. It will be the video that goes out tomorrow. And it's just about done. It just needs one last update. And hopefully we'll make some significant progress in today's live stream so that that update is a good one. And yes, I had some escapees. Escapees, you get it? Yeah, I maybe made a little bit of an accident with my bees. I might have let all of them, not all of them, many of them. I let a few out by mistake. Really, it was a total accident. It's not my fault. It's the game made him fly off. You see. By the way, I love the new vid from Monday, says Foxy with the Tail. Ah, you like the beta series, do you? Good, good. Expect more of those. I should be recording some more of those tomorrow, actually. I'm ready for plans for... well, I got to get a few videos recorded tomorrow because it's my kids' weekend this weekend, which means I will be doing daddy things until, well, next Thursday because I'm homeschooling Oliver Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday again. Yay, bee breedings, as Foxy with the Tail. Manny One was says, hey, Foxy and peeps. Well, hello. Woden says, hello, sir. Chan says, FoxyNoTail, I downloads your mob head add-on today. Question, why can't I pick the heads up after I place them? You got to crouch, right? You got to crouch and then right-click because they're entities, not blocks. You can't smash them with a pickaxe, sadly. In the future, maybe. Although my video on entities versus blocks, the results on that, I had so many comments. So if you haven't checked out that video, basically I went on a little bit of a fact-finding mission for the new features coming up in the experimental version of Minecraft for in the future when we're potentially going to be able to make the mob heads and mini blocks out of blocks instead of entities. And yeah, I asked people what they preferred. Basically, blocks are not laggy, but they're really limited in terms of what they can do. The entities obviously relatively laggy, but so flexible you can do anything with them. And the response is so split. It's so split. There's no like definitive, oh, do this, that, or the other. So I really don't know what to do at this particular moment in time. And do you know what? With these bees, I've had an idea. I mean, this off the top of my head right now, this is basically a bee farm. It's a honey farm, right? It produces honey. And it's got all of these hives in it. Why do we have the glass in the middle? What's the point? What's the point in having the glass in the middle? Why don't we just let the bees free roam between both sides? Wouldn't make any difference if they do that, would it? If it's just one big bee enclosure, be absolutely fine, wouldn't it? Is there any particular reason why we shouldn't do that? They don't need to be separated, do they? One got loose this street. Yeah, many got loose. Many. You'll see in tomorrow's video. Many bees escaped while I was fitting doors to the back of this system, holding flowers in my hands like a complete moron. To stop the bottles from falling in the middle, says Diver Cat. There you go. There's a reason. I knew there was a reason. Thank you for that. I did tell you I'm not 100% with it at the moment. Slightly under the weather, so brain functioning even less than normal. I know that's hard to do because like normal's not very good anyway. So yeah, thank you. I use one big field enclosed on mine too, says Paul. Yeah, we could always move the minecart so they went. I mean, we could do one minecart because the drops on this are so few. We could actually have the minecart just switching about between it. We'd only need one dropper system then as well. So that's not a bad thing to look at in the future, is just expanding it that way. We could have more flowers, which means the bees would be able to get more pollinated. Oh, this is not a bad idea at all. It's not a bad idea. But for now, let's not worry about it. Let's get all the bees to fly over towards me. Please, this way, bees. Anyone else need a flower? No? Okay, then I let go of the flower. Oh, you didn't fly over. Come on. Chop. This way, please. This way. Now run. Oh, jeez. I can't do it if you're going to be there in the way. Ready, go. Go. Oh, there's always one, isn't there? Get out of it. Shit, are you stuck again? I keep getting stuck bees. They were stuck in the glass before, but they seem to get stuck everywhere. They're so used to that. There we go. He's not stuck anymore. Ha! I escaped. Yeah, because then I could breed the bees without having to keep going in and out of the doors all the time. That would be definitely preferable in terms of breeding up the bees.
I let mine free at first. It didn't go well, says Mining 101. Yeah, free range bees is not a good idea. Free range bees just tend to wander off inevitably, like infinitely into the abyss. I had those in my test world because I thought, well, there's no point in penning these guys in. It's only a test world, and I keep finding them all over the place there, miles away. Diver Cat says an airlock really helps with keeping them contained. An airlock is just a small outside. If the bee gets into the airlock, they're still, you know, it's still no better than them being just outside, really, is it? I suppose it's slightly more manageable. I did think about putting an airlock on it, but I thought, no, because I'm lazy. A lead is helpful in such situations as Marcus. Yeah, maybe. Ah, no, stop. I need to be there. Oh, he's doing all the bee puns today, isn't it? Well, it's not intentional, mate. I'll just get out of the way. That's it. Shoot. Be gone. Out. Ah. Yeah, I think this is a smart idea, doing the... oh, dear. Me honeycomb's falling out. How did he get there? How did he get there? Yeah, maybe it'd be a good idea to have the hopper minecart, like, literally go up and down, up and down, up and down. Smash all the glass in the middle. Put some more grass in there. Put some more flowers up. I think that is a job for probably a very, very soon-to-come Truly Bedrock episode. I mean, we could do it on stream, but that's technical, and when I do technical things on stream, my brain explode. So probably not the best thing to do on stream. And look at this. This is almost as good as my carrot farm. We've got 8 bottles of honey so far. Amazing. Tinsock says water doors, then they'll all drown. Honeycomb goes flying. It's difficult to pick up, says Diver Cat. That's why we need more rail. Sillajul says, how about making an entrance with some scaffolding? Do bees fly up and down scaffolding? They'll just get stuck. They'll get stuck again. Carrot farm is still your best farm, says Diver Cat. Yeah, it is slightly better than the honey farm, I will admit. Let's go check it out. Let's see how have my favouriteest farmers been doing. Have you been making me many carrots while I've been over here working at the bee farm? I think, look at the amount of harvesting he does. That thing must be absolutely rammed full of carrots. Let's check it out. Let's check out the carrot situation. There we go. Oh my! It's overflowing. I need to add more chests. Oh, geez, that is crazy. Anyway, well, that's good. Let's go back to what we're going to be doing mainly today then, and that is something else. Jeez. Extend by 1 block and enter by a trapdoor, says Royal Sig. They get stuck in trapdoors. Harry Hope, said, just popped in to say, I've been using Bedrock UHC pack and it works really well, thanks. Well, thank you, Harry Hoppity. Hoppity, or, yeah, I'm not really sure how to say your name. Oh dear, better add those chests, says Silajul. Nah, I'll let it overflow. I'm so rolling in carrots right now that I don't need to worry about getting every single last one. Lofty says, only a few carrots then, Foxy. No, many carrots, Lofty. I'm overwhelmed with the number of carrots I've got. Honestly, would I lie to you? Blue Cat Eye says, good to see it's doing so well. Yep, could not get the UHC to work, said Royal Sig. Oh dear. Pendant Spore there with many carrots. Yep. Carrots are going well. Sorry, I've just taken my my jumper off. Put it on because I was cold. Now I'm warm. I always get warm when I'm live streaming. It's because of all the lies I tell. I mean, the truth that I'm telling you all the time about my carrots. Let's see many carrots as Lofty. No, I've shown it now. There's no point showing it again. If you missed it, then you know that's not my fault.
What is going on here? Somebody else just
Harry Hopperty says it's not Harry Hopperty. It's Harry Hope.
Yes, it is true.
What's that short for?
Thank you so much.
Lol. Though Liara had trouble saying it too. I was speaking it to her. Okay. Fair dues. Right. Oh, I'm supposed to be sneaky about where are we going at the moment. I'm supposed to be giving clues and letting you guess. Where do you think we're going today, peeps? What do you think we're going to be working on in today's live stream? Could anybody guess? Has anybody got any idea? Jeez. Cup of tea. Very nice while you guys are guessing. Yummy tea. The nether. No nether today. Not doing any nether stuff today. It's all overworld stuff. I wonder, Foxy, says Fizzy Andy Boy. Castle. No castle. Vacation area. Yes. I have no idea the base, says Asma. No.
Lofty says no idea. Jeez, I've just literally flown over it and you guys, no clue. I can't believe you don't recognise it instantly. Traz, you are the winner. Hotel. Indeed. In fact, let me put on my cheaty FOV changery thing so I can... Oh, no, it won't work because I've got 2 instances of Minecraft running. Yeah. This might not look like much, but it is indeed going to be our hotel. I've been working on it today, laying in the ground floor, and believe you me, it takes a very, very long time to build a hotel. I have the swimming pool area in place, no water in it yet though, and we have the ground floor area of the hotel minus the furniture, but we need this to grow. We need it to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And bigger and bigger until it looks a little bit like what I'm going to show you right now. If I sneak out of Truly Bedrock and if I actually slide in another copy of Minecraft, I just happen to be running at the same time, we have my hotel that me and Jack and Oliver made on a family world. In fact, we built this before we started Truly Bedrock Season 2, and I've been planning on building it the whole time. I've only just managed to get the world download off Jack though, so we can get started on it. So this is basically what we're going to head for. Jack's done the interiors on here. We might change a few of the things, the layout and whatnot, but this is basically what we're going for. We've already done the outside, we've already done the swimming pool area, so all we need to do is the actual hotel itself. Like I say, it is subject to change. It's very blocky, it's very cartoony at the moment, but I guess as a big white concrete hotel, it kind of does exactly what it says on the tin, doesn't it, really? So the rooms are 5 wide. They've got little balconies and terraces, and they've got little areas obviously where you would sleep. I have smashed a few holes in it today while I've been measuring up, but this is basically what we're going to be doing. So we need to lay in the first floor, and if I remember rightly, I believe there are oh no, we're actually straight into the ceiling there. So we probably want to put some blocks underneath that. I think the next floor up, if we smash a hole through there, yeah, we do have blocks before the next ceiling. Okay, so each room is 4 blocks tall, a block ceiling, and then another one above that, which means our reception area, we actually need to get ourselves some light blue terracotta, concrete, and make the reception area. Now you can see this floor, Jack did that one. He spent ages doing that, bless him. I've gone for a slightly different design on Truly Bedrock. If we hop out of that and hop back into Truly Bedrock, you can see that we have slightly different design, which makes you feel sick and almost a little bit hypnotized, but this is as good as it's going to get. So that's what we're going for. How old is Jack? That build looks like it was made by an engineer. He's 15 now. I think he was probably 14 when he built that. Maybe not. Maybe he was still 15. A very young 15 though. So yeah. So this is what we're doing today. Mrs. Blocksworth says, thanks, stream, and hi, Foxy. Well, hello. Jessie B says, oh, wow. Oh, wow, Jessie, is in what, very plain and simple, or oh, wow, as in you're actually quite impressed? Can never tell. Oh, don't want to go up too high. 2, 3, 4. Oh, jeez. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, look at that. Perfect numbers. Oh, made to measure. Made to measure. I have done many, many measurements today, making sure this is all, hopefully, just about right. Do you like my outside wall, by the way? I kind of feel it's a little bit like oh, I don't know. I can't really say it on live stream, can I? where people live that sell things to people that are illegal in Mexico. One of those types of places. Are you going for Spanish style, says Jessie. I'm going for Mediterranean. Mediterranean is the key here. Basically nice, warm Mediterranean feel. That's the plan, at least. Whether or not that's what it'll end up as, who knows? But that's at least the plan. Warm colours, vibrant, you know, bright. Makes you feel like it's hot where you're there.
Just subscribed for 12 months in a row.
Dry, bit arid.
Complete idiot who would do such a thing.
Jez, subscribing for 16 months. So in many, many months, been loving the content. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad you appreciate it. I work hard to bring you such amazing content every single day. You don't do daily content? Well, nearly every single day. You're welcome. Looks like Costa del Sol, says Mr. Jones. Well, there we go. My job here is done. I can finish this project and move on to something else. Yeah, that kind of thing. That's kind of what we're going for. LOL isn't Spanish style Mediterranean. Well, it is, but I'm being more worldly and encompassing by saying Mediterranean, Jesse. I'm not limiting myself to just Spanish. If I say it's Spanish themed and I put the wrong colour block in it, people will call me up on it, right? So I'm saying it's Mediterranean. Okay, that gives me plenty of scope to do it wrong and people not be able to call me out on it. Okay. I learned my mistake many times. You have to be more vague with when you tell people what you're planning. There we go. Either way, I can't wait to see how it comes along, says Jesse. Good. I'm glad you think so. But that's not really a thought. You know what I mean. I'm glad you can't wait to see how... Jeez. Words. Okay. So I'm just controlling my other account at the minute. I'm just zooming out so I can get a good perspective on the outside. Now we need to come in and do this on here. It's going to be epic, bro. Bruh. Foxy Big Brains, says Jesse B. Yes. When you get told off in the comments as regularly as I do, Jesse, you learn so quickly to how to either like predict what they're going to say so you can avoid saying something stupid, or like invent a commenter's voice that says things before they say it, so that then they're like, "Oh, I was going to say that. Now he's taking the mickey out of himself already." Yes. Foxy always big brain, says Fizzy Andy Boy. How much will it cost per night to stay at this hotel, says Asman? As usual with the things I do on Truly Bedrock, it'll probably be very expensive. Unless you're one of my friends. So basically for everyone except Mr. Onion, it'll be free, I would think. So, yeah. Why is Mr. Onion not your friend? I don't know. You ask Mr. Onion. Because it's a pain in the bum. Hanku played Chuck okay. Thank you, Hanku, for the sound alert there. Amazing. Lol, do I have to give your commenters a talking to, says Jesse B. No, they're good, really. They're good. I tell you what, I'm spoilt, really, with my comments section. I get probably one of the best bunch of comments. I hardly ever get anything negative, which is probably why I dwell on it so much when I do. It's so lovely, really. I don't really have to moderate it at all. And generally speaking, most people are just really, really thoughtful and nice with what they say. So, yeah, I'm not complaining. Yes, you are. No, not right now. I leave nice comments, says Lofty. You do. I give out many, many love hearts in my comments section. Many, many of them. Right, now we need to consider how we're going to do this. Strana thought says, but we are still not good enough for Foxy. Yes, still not good enough. You need to work harder, Stranathus. Yes, be better at being the best, okay? Jeez, I don't ask for much, do I? Come on, you can do better at being the best. I believe in you. How hard could it be? Now, what I did on the old family world thing that I'm looking at is I actually stuck these out a little bit down the side to give it a little bit of shape. And I believe, looking at that, we went back 3 blocks and then stuck it out a bit just to make the building not look quite so bland, you know. So we're going to do the same thing on here, which means I've completely messed this side up already. So we should start posting me comments to toughen you up then, says Pickles. Hey, Pickles, if you wanna send me mean comments to toughen... Oh, jeez, words. If you want to send me mean comments to toughen me up, then that's absolutely fine. But, yeah, you know, don't expect to be allowed to comment for very long. I have the power to block you. Purple Goose, says Diver Cat. No, Redemption, says... Hanku, and a posture check from Mark. Thank you, Mark. Very much appreciated in a minute. I don't know what's up with me at the moment. I've been suffering with... well, I feel like I've got a bit of a cold coming on, which is technically impossible because I've not been around anyone to get a cold from. And that's, you know, you can't just catch a cold from sitting around doing nothing. I don't know. I just feel a bit run down. I feel a bit under the weather. I'm half tempted to say I wonder if it's the vaccine, the reaction to that, because I have a lower immune system. But I don't think it is. I'm thinking that's probably just me worrying too much. But yeah, I've been a bit achy. I've had some achy old muscles. I've got a right sore neck, and I'm just a bit like, I don't know, not bunged up as such, but just not quite right. I just don't feel quite like myself. My temperature's all over the shop. Like, if I stick my thermometer in, I'm absolutely fine, but I keep going hot and cold. So there's something not right anyway, but it'll be fine. Don't worry anyway. I certainly don't feel ill. I don't feel like really poorly or anything. I'm just not 100%. I'm about 87%, I would say. That's how many. Maybe the vaccine says lofty. Could be. I mean, a lot of the things. I've got an app. It's called the... Oh, I can't remember what it's called, actually. Let me check it out. If you haven't already got it, I don't know if it's available outside the UK, but definitely worth getting. It's called the COVID Symptoms Tracker, and it's by an app company called Zoe. And basically, the idea of that, it's you go in every day and you basically tell it how you're feeling, and it gives all the statistics to like the National Health Service, and it helps sort of judge how bad everything is in your area or how good it is in your area, and it tracks that. So I've been filling that in every day, and a lot of the things, because it asks you, have you had a vaccination yet? And you're like, yeah, I have. And it's like, oh, have you had any of these particular symptoms, which technically, like, I guess, side effects. And quite a few of the things I am experiencing, like muscle pain and not feeling 100%, are technically side effects. But you could say that about anything, couldn't you? I mean, they're side effects of having a cold. The side effects of getting up too late and not having enough sleep. So I don't want to just say, oh, yes, I'm having a reaction to the vaccine, because I don't think I am, if I'm being perfectly honest with myself. But that's the only thing that's happened to me recently. Other than that, I've been just stuck inside doing nothing. So, got to point the finger somewhere, ain't ya? Take a break if you need to. Health greater than concept, says Stratno. Do you know what? I don't actually feel like I need a break. I just need to focus more on, like, these more chilled out live streams than getting too excitable, really. I haven't done any shorts this week, and I haven't done another Mr. Onion video yet, because I'm letting that fester and linger until I feel a little bit better for that, because they require quite a lot of time and effort to do those. But yeah, I'm just going to crack on with my usual content and just keep putting out videos and doing the old streams. We've had a puppy cam redemption. One moment, please. Second show is the one that gives the real side effects, is Mark. Brilliant. Fantastic. I can't wait. I won't get that till the end of April, so I got a good long while before I have to worry about that. Hang on. Puppy's not where she's supposed to be, but I will adjust the camera accordingly. 1 minute. Let me turn it on first, I guess. Can I see it? Where's it on my screen? Where's it gone? Oh, there it is. Puppy gone. Puppy. There. Puppy decided she don't want to be on TV today. Yeah, we both had both, says Jessie. Oh, that's good then. There we go. Look, got back to her usual spot. I don't think she likes having it pointed at her. I think she feels like there's something going on when she's got it pointed at her. I'm so sorry, Nelly. Should we stop doing puppy cam? Is it cruel to look at you on the internet? Is that the problem? Don't like the cameras looking at me funny. Mining101 says, I love those singing Mr. Onion videos. Yes, so do I. I really enjoy making those. I just want to put my most effort into them. I would hate to do half a job because I'm not feeling 100%, which is why I want to just leave them a little while till I feel a little bit better, and then, yeah, then I will crack on with those. Don't you worry about it. I'm waiting for Phase 1C in California. Another 30 days, says Mark. Oh, jeez. Puppy hates the paparazzi. Michael Switch says, Doggo not impressed. No, clearly not. Craginator, what did you say? You said, do you have any thoughts on building with challenge blocks? Like for me, I struggle with granite. Any advice how to get better at working with including it? I've added a lot of granite into this build, as you can see. I think there's certain situations that just lend itself to that style of block. You know, Google stuff and then see what colour it is and try and match that colour. Let's Google a Mediterranean hotel. Okay. So we're going to Mediterranean hotel. And let's see if we can find anything that looks remotely like what we're doing. So round the edge, I know that's wood there, but round the edge of the pool, we've got that sort of, that darker colour. We could use jungle wood for that, I guess, but I went for granite. You've got these, like, I don't know. You generally there we go. We've got a lot of red in that sort of that. There's a lot of what I would probably use granite for stuff like that to try and get the redness from that root. It's more orange than it is brick. But I guess, I mean, this is the sort of hotel structure that we've gone for. Very, very sort of 80s, 90s style hotel, not particularly modern. With the flash of colour in there as well. A little bit like that one, I guess. And there we go, look, that one's very much like the one we've got with the blue stripes going around it as well. Although their pool's a lot bigger than ours. Looks a lot nicer. Again, very similar thing there with the way the rooms are. But yeah, I just Google what I want to build and then have a look at the different colours and styles and things I use. Also work a lot from memory as well. Like when I've been on holiday, how it looked, how it felt, and try and imitate that in the game, really. I don't try and use a block. I've never gone, oh, do you know what? I think I should use this block, so I'm going to work it into my build. I just put blocks in the build I think that might fit there. Mike on Switch says, one thing I was going to say is most beach resorts have a pool on the beach side. Do you know what, Mike? You're absolutely right, but I wanted this hotel to be as close to the beach as possible. So, yeah, we decided to go for the pool at the back. It's more of a secluded hotel pool than one that's open to the beach side. But yeah, I totally agree with you there. The thing is, with those sorts, though, you get the road running down the back, don't you? And the road goes to the back of the hotels, whereas we've got the road effectively going up the front here. Right, anyway. Enough chit-chat on what we're supposed to be doing. Let's just get doing it, guys. Now, this took me forever to build in creative. I imagine it's going to take me even longer to build in survival, as it always does. So this could be quite a long, long and laborious process. But we'll do it together because we're all. Yeah, it's nice to do things together, you know. And it's going to cost me many concrete. Many concrete indeed. Finally, I see Foxy in live. Yeah, sorry for my very bad English. Don't worry about it, TYE. My English isn't very good either. And that's where I live, mate. So, don't worry about it. It's all good. Fizzy Andy Boy says, hey, Foxy, is the rollback feature on the Bedrock dedicated server thing still broke because Moyan fixed it? It's completely pointless now, the rollback feature. Basically, when I made that for the server app, the idea was, at the time, that there was a bit of a bug with realms, whereas they would crash and they'd send you quite a long way back. So I tried to basically make my own workaround by adding in a rollback feature that would allow you to, it would automatically roll you back to your latest save. But then Mojang broke the way the game saved, and that just broke that feature altogether. So it's completely pointless. I'll be taking it out of any future versions. But I'm just waiting for them to just get a little bit more stable with the way they're at before I do another version. It's working good enough for now, but it's we could do with a new version relatively soon. But I got big plans for the next version. I've already started adding in quite a few new features, so keep your eye out for that when it does drop, if that's something you're interested in. Is it going to be 5? Is it going to line up? Oh, yay! I don't have to rebuild my building 1 block to the left. This is good. Pickle says, thanks, I'll post the schematic if you would like. What schematic is this? Sorry, have I missed something or have I forgotten what we were talking about? Sorry about that, Pickles. Lofty says, I'm going to tell Mr. Onion who I've built a hotel so he can claim a room. He'll claim the hotel. Don't tell him I've built a hotel right on his beach where his house used to be. Silajul there saying, Lofty, he'll more likely claim the whole hotel if you do that. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Whatever you do, don't tell Mr. Onion. It's a bad idea. Very bad idea. We also need to work out how far back this goes and where the next room goes. So I need to bring in the old creative world and count. Do some counting, mate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then the wall. So the wall's on 9. Okay. Handy having 2 versions of Minecraft open at the same time. Although if you're using RTX mode, it don't half make your computer whistle. Got 2 versions of Minecraft over and it starts panting in the corner. You think Nelly's been for a run or something. What's going on? You're doing 2 RTXs at once and can't handle it. Oh, you wimp. Next thing you'll be telling me you like using scaffolding. Wimp. Right, we want some more andesite. Strano says, just like all big businesses, tear down the houses to make room for the hotel. Yeah, absolutely. Especially if it's Mr. Onions. I mean, I had nothing to do with that. It was completely down to Mr. Beardstone, if we're being honest. But now, I'm about to make a load of those. But thinking about this, going back to this, we've got this polished andesite as the balcony thing. But I don't think it would be polished andesite. I don't think it would be. What would a hotel balcony most likely be made of? Now, the room certainly wouldn't have carpet in either, but I think Jack was just trying to make it look as nice as he could and very homely. They've got big TVs and everything, look. But yeah, it would all be the same. But I feel more like it would be terracotta tiles, so like we could get the granite out for that again. I'm just trying to think of hotels I've been to, what blocks they would use. Marble, says Mr. Jones. I don't have enough quartz to do that. As soon as I hit something button, the fans on my laptop start screaming, says Pickles. What graphics card do you have, says Money101? I've got an RTX 2080. Lofty says, yes, you can charge rip-off prices, then you'll be rich, Foxy. He won't give any to me, will he, Lofty? Metal bars and terracotta. Now, I like the glass. I'm going to keep the glass. Terracotta doesn't come in slabs, so I don't really want to use that, because it's flat, isn't it? It doesn't have an edge. I think it still needs to look relatively tiled. So I'm tempted to go granite again. Tempted to go granite. Let's see if we can do some Googling. Google hotel balcony. Let's hope we don't die while we're looking at Google. There you go, look. Got some granity looking... I say granity in terms of Minecraft. Some tiley looking balcony bit there. This one again. Definitely terracotta tiles in that one. Ah! Oh, you meanie! Anku! And it's getting dark. That was really mean. I genuinely thought I was going then. Wow. Right, let's save my bacon this time. I'll log out. Inside the room. See, that's got laminate. That's a very posh hotel. It's clearly not near the ocean because that laminate would be warped and all over the place, mate. That one's got tiles, but that's a city. That's not really by the sea. That one was marble, the one I clicked on before it disappeared. Very smooth marbly floor. And that one there, very concretey, that one. Very concretey. So I think we need a tiled block. Oh, look. Ah, that one there. I like that one. I don't want to click on the text. I want to click on the picture. Yeah. Terracotta tiles, really, isn't it? So I think the granite. What do you reckon? Do you go for the granite, or would that look too... I think that'll look too gearish. Smooth diorite, says Michael Switch. That might work, but everybody will scream at me. I did bring a box of diorite over here just to see. I was thinking it might fit into this build somewhere, but... You know what people are like when you start putting diorite in things? I can't believe you've used diorite. Noob. This gal said he didn't like it once, and now we hate it. Let's go see. Let's go see. Let's go grab some more granite as well. Where's me granite gone? Bird poos is lovely. There we go, see. Someone, a YouTuber that I follow and respect, said he didn't like it, so therefore I've changed my opinion on it, even though it's quite nice. But no, I hate it. Polished granite, maybe, says... Yes, that's what I was literally just grabbing out there then. Yes. That's what I'm thinking is probably going to be the best. But we'll try a bit of diorite as well. I think it'll go quite nicely, that. I think it will. Well... Especially when you're down here on the floor. I think it looks lovely. We need a ceiling underneath that, obviously. My kid's favourite, you're good, says Dragon Rider. Michael Switch says, between granite and diorite, I do diorite with the white concrete, but that's just me. I really like the look of terracotta tiles, though. Let's try diorite. I think diorite's going to just look a little bit too off. I think it looks a little bit too cold. I want this hotel to look as warm and summery as possible.
I don't get that warm feeling from that diorite. Although I think inside, inside the room that might be better because you want the room to be nice and cool, don't you? So maybe we keep the diorite for the granite for outside on the balcony, and we use the diorite on the inside of the room and decorate over the top of that. That might not be so bad, but I was kind of thinking if we were going to do that, if we're going to two-tone it, andesite might be better for inside the room. Really does look very Puerto Rican, says Blue Cat Eyes. Granite works well, says Diver Cat. The granite goes well, says Hanku. Tile quartz and polished diorite. Yeah, I don't have enough quartz to do that. How about a chessboard with both granite and diorite, says Silajol. I'm trying to avoid doing chessboards. I've been doing a lot of chessboardy stuff recently, and I'm trying very hard to get out of the habit of doing that, because I think that's a really easy way to make a floor. I'm trying to make it a little bit more, not realistic, but a little bit more true to certainly my experience of being on holiday. I know that's not going to be the same as everybody's, but mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the wall for the hallway would be there. Maybe plank slabs in the room to look like hardwood. Yeah, you definitely wouldn't have wood in a hotel near the coast. It would be rotten. You don't find wood in those places unless it's stuck to the wall as driftwood, like some sort of decoration. It just wouldn't happen, mate. It would be a bad idea. You could have balconies overhang with tables and chairs underneath. Well, they kind of do overhang. There's not quite enough room to do tables and chairs, so I guess we could stick them out another block, but then the entire build's going to be off because I've done it very similar dimensions to this. So the back ones will probably all be off if we did that. I think it overhangs enough, don't you? I think it's fine. I'm happy enough with the overall design. I'm not trying to make it exactly the same, but I think proportions wise are just about right, and I don't want to go off with the proportions at this point because it's all made to measure and it will just throw us all off, and then I'll be really frustrated that it doesn't match up. Got 100 bits from Smatic. Thank you, Smatic. Very nice. I didn't see the building you were following, says Hanku. Ah, fair enough. Fair enough. That's what you get for coming in late, Hanku. Should be here on time, shouldn't you? Bless you, thank you. I just appreciate you all being here. Nobody's ever late. That was a joke. I always get people in the comments of my video saying, oh, I'm sorry I'm late. I'm like, it's a video. It's going to be here forever. You're not late. How are you possibly late? I don't think I like these diorite tiles. I'm going to say it now. I don't like them. I don't think they blend very well with those ones. I think I'm going to do the whole lot out of granite. I think the granite is going to look absolutely fine. I think it's going to look lovely. We're not going to worry about the diorite either. I think we're going to do them all out of granite. Sorry, it will happen again, Sunku. I know, it's fine. Don't worry about it, mate. It's all good. We will, however, save the polished andesite for the hallways, which will be a different colour. Is that right? More like dirt, alright, says Amazing Glamour. I don't get it. Should fire that Hanku for always being late, says Silajul. But he's so kind and generous. I can't fire him. He's very lovely. If I didn't have Hanku, I'd have to deal with all of the technical questions that get asked on my Discord, and I think I'd probably just end up turning Discord off. Hanku's the reason my Discord still exists. You should be very thankful to Hanku. Can we get a big hand in the chat for Hanku? Neskit, sorry, I missed that. 1 minute ago. Subscribe for 3 months with Amazon Prime. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. How generous of you. What a lovely chap. Not as good as Hanku, though. Sorry, just saying. Oh, that's nice. We got some hands up and thumbs up for Hanku in the chat. Thank you very much. Hopefully he'll appreciate it. Hopefully he hasn't wandered off to go and watch his programme.
Oh, and a round of applause for Hanku there as well. Wonderful. Played by Iz. And apparently, what? Wait, Flute is gone, says Blue Cat. Yes. Some ridiculous meme company has decided they own Titanic Flute and therefore have been copyright striking my VOD. So we've had to remove Titanic Flute, sadly, which I'm most depressed about. It's literally my favourite sound alert. I know people think I'm joking when I say I love it, but I'm not. No, I absolutely love. Oh, great.
No, God, please, no.
No doubt they've stolen that one as well.
No. No.
I know, Blue Cat. I know. I feel the same. Literally the best sound alert. You just have to whistle it and I'll pretend I'm listening, okay? I love that sound alert and they've taken it from me. Meanies. Absolute meanies. Can't have anything nice. Can't have someone badly playing the flute to the Titanic theme without someone coming along and going, that's mine. That's mine, that is. It's mine. No, it isn't. It's mine. Don't think it is. Yeah, it is mine. What's it called? Don't know, it's mine. It's a meme, innit? It's mine. Hype Train, says Pendant Sport. Yeah, where did that come from? Mitts, I tried to do that with stickers, but they're offline. What did you try and do? And why are stickers offline? What? Me stickers is bust? Why are stickers offline? Oh, jeez. Oh, no, Hanku's got a deal with it sticker. He's doing stickers. I think you pressed the wrong button, Mitts. There we go. Look at I slapped a Foxy sticker. Look at that. Made a right slapping noise as well. You're a slapper, you are. Slapping stickers all over the place. Right slapper. Sticker slapper. Right then. Millsney there, cheering 20 bits. Thank you very much. We got another one. Mr. Onion sticker. No! Anything but the onion. Why you do it to me? Hang on, why didn't it work for you two? Says Mitts. McKay there, throwing in 100 bits. Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, jeez. Got to hydrate. Redemption. I shall hydrate. I shall drink some more of this juice. Thank you very much. Very nice. You have to be a special person, Mitts, says Hanku. Mitts is also a special person. Mitts, if it wasn't for Mitts, I probably would have had a breakdown and quit YouTube a long time ago. Hanku may have saved the Discord, but Mitts has saved the channel. Mitts does everything. Mitts holds it all together. She's like the glue between the channels and all of the things that go on. Very, very special people helping me out. Can't thank them enough. From the bottom of my heart. Why not from the top? I don't know. That's just a saying, isn't it? Yeah, but why is it always the bottom of your heart? No, not the top of your heart. I don't know. I didn't make you say that. Oops, done that wall in the wrong place. Gonna have to smash the wall down, peeps. I'm sorry about that. I've led you astray with wall placement. Made you believe it was supposed to be somewhere it's not. You can all, you know, tell me off in the comments later. Hype from it, says JCB. Whatever happened to Laura, says Mike. Laura, well, I don't really know what happened to Laura, to be honest with you. I think Laura had a lot of issues with her back and some health problems and things like that, and I think she just probably found it a little bit overwhelming to have to deal with all that as well. So, I mean, she never got the sack or anything. She just never turned up one day for work, and Mitts was like, I'll have her job. I was like, well, that was a bit quick, Mitts. You just jump in her grave as quick as that. She said, well, I want a job. All right, Mitts, don't tell Laura. I will keep it a secret. And then the next day, there was this weird anonymous press release out there saying, Laura gone, Mitts is boss now, all hail Mitts Cats. It's really weird. I don't know who posted that out.
I'm sending mobs flying everywhere with Elemental Air Sword Infinity Dungeon. I'm addicted to Spook Eyes. It's quite a fun one, that, isn't it, to be able to give the mobs levitation. And it will also, I believe, although I may have changed this before release, I can't remember, it should protect you against being levitated by other air elemental mobs, I think. I might be wrong about that. I changed a lot of things in that map. I added lots and I changed lots. It's just how it went. All hail Miss Cats indeed, says JCB. Lofty, did you happen to hide any bodies from it? Says Blue Cat Eyes. Wow, this chat's took a turn for the worst. Jeez. Somebody get me out of here. My live stream chat's talking about hiding bodies. I don't think I'm meeting terms of service anymore. Mitz has skinny legs. Fantasy novel 2019, says Victim. The chances of Foxy dying are quite low, but you always surprise me, Mr. No-Tail. What? What are you on about? You trying to jinx me? I will never die. I am inevitable. I'm like a bad fart. I just linger around. You can't get rid of me. I'm sorry about that. And excuse the language there. I do realise that word's not 100% PC, but it's the best word I got to describe it, really. All the loot I can loot, BCE, says Lofty. Here we go. Getting many glass in place now. These rooms are really starting to come together nicely. Beautifully done there. Oh, look at that amazing glass doorway we've got leading out onto the balcony. Beautiful. You could almost tell that is a sliding door. It's like so realistic. You can touch it. I've not checked this or the creative version of the build out in RTX yet. Something I'm saving for when it's done. Should be nice and interesting to see. JCB says, Foxy, didn't you make a flute track you can replace Titanic flute with? No. What did I do? I did one, didn't I? But I don't think it was flute. Did I do... What did I record? Oh no, that one that I played at Christmas. No, that wasn't me playing it either. That was just a thingy off the internet. Rather like Titanic flute. I cannot claim either of them were mine, sadly. I will get copyright striked for anything now. Even my own voice, probably. FoxyNoTail speaking. That's mine. Christmas flute, says JCB. Yeah, I didn't. That wasn't me. I don't have a flute or a recorder. And are you going to put the funny towel rails over the balcony, says Mifty Rat? That's a good idea. We could use banners to sort of hang towels over the balcony. It's a good idea. Hey Foxy, I can't... Oh, it's gone. I was reading, it's gone. Oh, there it is. Hey Foxy, I can't open the Infinity Chest in Infinity Dungeon. Other than that, it's amazing. Yeah, apparently, I've not checked this out yet, but apparently there's a bit of a problem with the old Infinity Chests not containing anything, which is not very good. So, that's not part of the fix that I'm pushing out at the moment. I'm going to have to wait until the fix that's currently going out is accepted before I can put another one out, sadly. It's just the way it goes at the marketplace. Can't send out multiple patches. They'll only process one at once. So I need to get this one out because this one's relatively urgent. And then once that one's out, I'll do another one that addresses those problems. No one claims veggie barbecue. That speaks volumes, says Mike on Switch. What are you trying to say? I bet they would. I bet if people started playing that regularly on stream, some cheeky company would come along and try and claim it was theirs. That's all these companies do. They come along and they think, I'm going to be a bit of a chancer here and I'm going to claim that that's mine. And the problem is with the whole copyright system on YouTube is if somebody claims it and says that's mine, you can say, no, it isn't, and you can dispute it. But if that company then turns around and argues, YouTube just step back and go, I'm not dealing with this, and you get a strike on your channel. And then it's up to you to
dispute it off outside of YouTube. And if you get 3 strikes on your channel gets shut down and all your videos deleted. So nobody dares. So you get these chancers going round claiming that it's theirs when it's absolutely not theirs. And there's nothing you can do about it. I think it's awful. I think it's such a horrible situation. So there's no way. I mean, I do not believe for a second that company owns Titanic Flute. But they said they do, so I'm not going to argue with them because I don't want to get fired from YouTube, mate. Are you happy with Infinity Dungeon, Foxy, says Pickles? Yes, I am. Are you? I'm really happy with it. I know I haven't done my next video on it yet. That's still in the process. And I said I was going to stream on it again, which I absolutely did intend to do tonight, but I just want to feel a bit better before I do that, you know? But yeah, I'm over the moon with Infinity Dungeon. It's the first map that I've done. I think it's come together really well. I think people have enjoyed it, which is nice. It's been well received on the marketplace. I know it's had a few little bugs with it, but I think that's to be expected on your first time through. And I mean, as much as we had a build team, it's not like there was a team of developers like helping test all the bugs and do the coding. I've done it all myself, and I'm as much as I'm pretty good with add-ons and things like that, I'm by no means an expert. So yeah, I think all in all, I couldn't really be happier with how it's gone. Hanku says, doesn't help that there are companies solely set up for copyright claims. Exactly. It's a muddy machine. I mean, why aren't we all doing it realistically? We could all make a fortune scamming people. It's because we're good people and they're not. Yeah, it's really bad. It's really bad. I really enjoyed it, says Jessie B. Hooray! Thank you, Jessie. Thank you very much. Something doesn't feel quite right here. The hallway is supposed to be 2 blocks wide, and then the wall, and then you would have the next room, which should then be the same length as that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jeez! I knew something didn't feel right. Something smelled off. I could smell there was a block off somewhere. I was right. The point of those companies is to make money through licensing. Yeah, but that's only the case if they legitimately own that material. That's fine. If you want to make money through your own material, that's fine. But when you're making it through other people's material, you're even worse than the person using it in their video without permission, you know? And then, like, these are all part of this extension called sound alerts, which makes money from people using sound alerts. When are they going to be held accountable? Why am I being penalised from my VODs being demonetized because they allowed me to use a sound alert that they provided as part of their system? I didn't upload that sound alert to their system. It's part and parcel of the package that they come with. So why am I being penalised for that? When a sound alert's going to get, in trouble? Where's their letter from the copyright agency saying, "Oh, you give us your money, mate. Stop using our music"? And where's yours? Because if we're passing it down the line and it's actually you guys' fault, you're the ones pressing the buttons, why don't you get penalised? Why is it me? I'm the one working hard, sweating over a hot stove, trying to make content for you every day, and I'm the one having my income taken away because other companies decide that they own music that they don't own. Watch Jesse B and now Mr. Beardstone videos and putting them playing Infinity Dungeon. Yeah, I've watched Jesse's first one. I'm intending to watch the second one very soon. And I saw Mr. Beardstone's tweets today saying that he's doing his Let's Play on it now. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that as well. I'm going to make a point to watch everybody's that does it that I can see, because I want to see. It's so interesting to see how each person explored it and did things. I mean, obviously it was developed in one way and you sort of expect people to sort of follow the same mindset that you've got, but they don't. It's really interesting. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to see all of those. Jape says blame Mitz. Yes, Mitz's fault. When's Mitz going to be held accountable? That's right, she's the one that keeps telling me to use all of these illegal sound alerts, don't you, Mitz?
Sweating over these hot RTX cards is Pickles, yeah. I'm working really hard for you. My RTX card's been whistling all day. Whatever happened to Mitz Cat's the cat, says Foxy with the tail. Appreciate you, Foxy. Your vids, you always make me leave in tears, says Joe Booski. Well, I'm sorry they make you cry. It's not my intent. I'm supposed to make you laugh. So I do apologise. I'll try and make them more funny. Jesse B says, lol, the second and third are just me struggling with how to edit them down. The fourth video is much better. Okay. Anku says, I think he means the cat in the mall. Oh, right, okay. Oh, I forgot there was a Myth Cat in the mall. I totally forgot about that one, mate. I haven't been to that mall in ages. I got bored of shopping there because there's all my own shops. Before I'm not shopping there anymore, it's costing me money. Guyver says, maybe you can tell YouTube you own Infinity Dungeon and strike Jesse and Beardstone. Well, okay, well that opens up a whole different conversation, doesn't it? So, this leads us down the wily track of why music should be free to content creators. Now, I'm a big believer in people getting paid what they deserve and what they, you know, if a musician takes the time to produce music, then they should get paid for that hard work and effort. And the same thing with a video game, you know, people that are developing games. But the people that are developing games see the benefit in people using those games as part of their live streams and their YouTubes, because that's free advertising. But the music industry doesn't feel the same way. So when you watch somebody playing a game, chances are, if you enjoy that, you're thinking, oh, I'd quite like to play that game. Not everybody. Some people just like to watch. I appreciate that. But those are the sorts of people who would never have bought that game anyway. If you're the type of person that plays the game, chances are after you've watched someone else having a good time with it, you're going to go, do you know what, I'm going to get that game. And that might trigger you to buy it when you didn't thought you were going to. And game developers know that, and they actually encourage you to play their games as part of live streams because they realise how valuable it is. And obviously a YouTube channel as well. Whereas the music industry, completely the opposite attitude. They will try and make money from you using their music in your videos because they, you know, obviously think, well, you're playing that music, that's ours, so we own that music, so we should get paid for it, which is fair. That's a fair comment to make. But at the same time, if people are playing your music in their videos, your music's getting out there, and just like it being played on the radio, people are going to listen to it and go, oh, what's that song? And providing people copy, you know, credit music properly in their videos and say who it's from and how to access it, then that's going to do the musician far more favour than everybody. I mean, I'm spending a fortune on these copyright-free audio libraries. So's Mr. Beardstone. So are a lot of content creators, in order to avoid having to deal with the music companies. So their music's not getting shown in our videos at all. It's getting no airtime. Billions of hours per minute are listened to on YouTube or watched on YouTube. If that was full of like new music that people would want to listen to and download, then that's going to be doing those artists such a massive favour. But they're so blind. They're so blinded by greed of that's ours, you're not allowed to use it, that it just doesn't get used. It's a really sad situation, really. Sorry, I had a subscription from Merc Gamer from, well, I don't know where they're from, with Amazon's Prime. Thank you very much for that. I suppose it depends massively on the context of which the music is used, or content of which the music's used, as Hanku. I guess so, but what sort of context or what content would it not be good to use it on? I suppose if you're putting out like hate videos or bad videos, stuff like that, but then you shouldn't be making videos like that anyway, and you should be making an effort to take those down. So, I don't know. Tricky one there. Tricky one there, mate. Pickle says, you need to get the music you made for Infinity Dungeon registered with Content ID before someone else does. That's probably a good idea, actually, if we're being honest. I was thinking of uploading it to Spotify as well, so I might do that. But yeah, that is probably a really good idea, actually. Good idea, Mr. Pickles.
But then it'll start flagging up in people's videos, and I don't want it to start flagging up in people's videos. You've used FoxyNoTail's music, oi! Because I want people to be able to play my game without, you know, worry of being copyright striked. Sorry, I'm just looking at my other screen trying to figure out how I've done this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Then the white, and then the blue's one's inset underneath. So the white goes along there like that, and then the blue is actually inset one block underneath. It feels like the back of the hotel is a block out. So what I might do then, if I've made that sort of level of boo-boo, I might bring that owl out by one block there, and just make that hallway 3 wide instead of 2 wide. It looks like I've over-egged it a block on the old hotel. Let's just double check me counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So really that wants to be, I mean, that blue line's perfect where it is there. But this white one wants to be here. Hello Foxy, how are you, says Nature Plays. I'm very good, thank you. Thing is though, if somebody else does decide to copyright ID the music in Infinity Dungeon, then I would stand, well, in a good position to legally deal with them. Although I don't know if I would actually, because technically the marketplace now owns the IP to Infinity Dungeon and everything in it, so they technically own the rights to that music, not me. So, I don't know, very tricky situation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Very tricky. Isn't it a complicated world we live in? Wouldn't it be nice if we could just all share? But the problem with sharing is people take advantage of you. If people didn't take advantage of people, then we could all share. Wow, hotel looks amazing, says Nature Place. Thank you very much. Can't even build a house. So, that ain't good. It's amazing, says Twisted20. And we need to bring this back in by 3 blocks here as well. And that needs to go in by 3 blocks as well. There we go. Oh, I'm inside a block. That's quite handy, although it is causing me to suffocate. Apart from the fact it was killing me, it's quite handy, that. Apart from the bit where I was dead, it was quite nice. Jesse B said, man, that does sound so complicated. I don't know where I stand with the music, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't know whether I would maintain the rights to that or not. I should probably figure all that out, but I just can't imagine anything out of my marketplace map needing to have that level of stuff worrying about it. It's not like it's the most famous map in the world. It's fine. It's fine. Now, the roof is going to change because we have a restaurant bit here, dragging off my old one. You see, we actually changed the rooms a bit to go over the restaurant. We actually had some slightly larger rooms on that floor and a little store cupboard as well, which had a window in it. And that was just made to make that all fit. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do the same thing this time, if I'm just going to bring that along where it is and just maybe just have another balcony on top of the restaurant thing instead. So let's figure it out. Let's bring these in line with where they are already, and then we'll worry about that. Should I use proper English so it's easy to read, says Twisted20. Nothing's easy for me to read at the moment. Your brain's all over the place, but you can certainly try. It might help. You never know. It's now in the way of me stairs. Me stairs is a block off now. Ah, jeez, mate. Don't tell me I've got to move my stairs back a block. For goodness sake. Everything in the wrong place all the time. So frustrating. What did I say at the beginning of the stream? No, I'm not changing it. Everything's perfect. In the right position. I think you was lying, Mr. No-Tail. Yeah, I think we're going to leave that like that. We'll probably just leave that as just a plain white roof on top of the restaurant bit there. Although I wanted that a block higher. So that's going to feel like a very low roof while you're having your breakfast as the sun rises. Let's go bed. T-Man's here saying, yo. Well, hello. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? What's happening in T-Man Town? You come to tell me my hotel's a block off. You can get out of it, mate. I already know. I figured it out. Nature Play says, I was watching Slack's live stream this morning. His base is looking great. He has so many pickaxes. Yeah, Slack really does suffer with the old block lad, bless him. I really hope they fix that soon. I'm sure they will. One day. At least they know it's an issue now, and they know why it's an issue. But I do think they are really struggling with the way they're going to work around it. Must be a tricky one. Only half of the hotel is a block off, says Royal. So yes, at least it's only half the hotel. No, technically it's only the stairs. So we're all good. Jesse B says Slack's base, it's just not fair. The thing is with Slack, he's got, you know, he puts hours and hours and hours into it every day. He's got the time, so he can have a ridiculously good base, and there's no need to be jealous. It is absolutely ridiculous, his base. It's amazing. But yeah, no need to be jealous. Just be happy for him that he's got such a amazing base. I mean, if I had as much time to put into building as Slack, I still wouldn't have as good a base as his. But I'd like to think that maybe I might. But I probably wouldn't. It is something else what he's built. Foxy, how long are your streams? Now I want to give an answer in meters, but I know that's just me being ridiculous. So I will say, generally speaking, 2 hours most of the time. If we get really excited about something and we're into something, then a little bit longer. If we are finding that we are, you know, we've finished doing everything it needs doing and we're nearly at 2 hours, maybe a bit shorter. But generally speaking, it's about 2 hours. I'm not jealous. I'm just in awe, says Jesse. Yeah. Yeah, me too. His docks that he's done are just ridiculous. It's just crazy what he's doing. He's amazing and so darn creative. I know, right? No, makes the rest of us look like complete morons. Yeah. JCB redeemed Displease a Piglin. Of course she did. Why wouldn't she? That sounds perfectly legitimate. Displease a Piglin. Well, the problem is, JCB, I'm very sorry, but I just don't see any piglins. It's not possible for me to redeem that. You've wasted your money. You can't do it. I'm sorry. Okay, fine. Jeez, we'll go to the nether and go displease one. Jeez. Mrs. Blocksworth, or Miss Blocksworth, says, at Twisted, says, for me, I have dyslexia, and since birth, English has always been Greek to me. I read typoness really good, lol. Yeah. It is, sometimes you do though, don't you? You read a word written wrong better than you read a word written right. Does that make sense? Makes sense to me. I know what I mean. You read the wrong word right. Yes. Okay, we are going to go and displease a piglin. Probably to go into the nether anyway and go and fix up our stuff. So we'll head over to the closest nether portal, which just happens to be right down here. Hop in. Go and get repaired and go and find a piglin to displease. Is there any particular way you would like it displeased, JCB? Let me know. Wrong way. I could build a base like Slacks if I did not have to go to work to live. So Minecraft or death, says Royal Sig. I don't know. I think there's a lot of creativity that you just, you know, I think Slacks in his own little level with the stuff that he comes up with for that base. I don't think anybody could sit and claim they could do the same job. You might be able to build a really big epic base, but I don't think you would have built what Slack's built. Mr. Onion can displease, says Lofty. No, he's not here, Lofty. I told you. He's not here. He's gone out. He got his injection, he got his vaccine, and said, that's it, I'm off out. And he hasn't come back yet. Time for the grumpy piglins, as Nature plays. Pickle says, speak ill of its mother. Wow. Oof. Harsh, Pickles, harsh. What should I say about Piglin's mother?
Oh, I know exactly what I should say about Piglin's mother, actually. Yes, I should mortify the Piglin. Twisted says, the thing is, with me, someone has to explain it in different ways multiple times for me to understand. Right, Pigman or Piglin? Because it was originally intended for Pigman, like this one. But we can do Piglin if you want. If we can find... Oh, my tunnel's now in the way. For what? Where's these magic stairs come from? Slag been building more stuff? Oh, jeez. Mr. Onion vaccinated and dashed, says Guyver. Yep, absolutely. That's it. says I'm safe now. I'm out. I said it's not how it works. You still got it. And that was it. The door slammed. He's gone. Brute, says Mike on Switch. I don't think I can find a brute. I'm sorry about that. I think it's going to have to be a zombified piglin. Okay. Excuse me, Mr. Piglin. Your mother... Get this right. Look at me when I'm insulting you, please. No, don't walk away. Your mother, right, didn't exist because you were spawned in. What do you think? You did a good job? He doesn't seem particularly angry about that. Oh, and he died really easily. What about this one? How hard can they chop? Oh, it's pretty hard. 3 hearts. Ah! Oh, very... Ooh. Yep, that's enough displeasing those guys now. He's trying to turn the other cheek, says Garvey. Yeah, he did. He was good. He just ignored the bully. He did the right thing there. He ignored the bully and walked away. It did cost him his life. So, you know, we're not really doing the right thing here on this channel today, but, you know. Victim? Oh, jeez. Lofty says Mr. Onion says it better. All right, well, I'll try it this time, right? What I'll try and do is I'll try and do it in Mr. Onion's voice. See how that goes down, okay? With the mob heads add-on, you can get piglin heads. You can. We've got the mob heads add-on on here. But it's not... They don't drop every time. Life lessons with Foxy, says Mike on Switch. Lol, more piglin angerins, says Nature Plays. Mitts, go back, Foxy, lol. I know. Got to find another piglin now. Excuse me, Enderman, you wouldn't have seen a piglin anywhere. Ah, jeez! I just wanted directions. There's one up there. Alright, are we ready? I'm going to do my best Mr. Onion impression. Excuse me, Mr. Piglin. You're not actually... Oh, I was going to make a tall joke then, but you've fallen in a hole. You're really small. Oh, there we go. Excellent. Excellent Mr. Onion impression there. You're welcome. Ah! Uh-oh. Chaps! It's emergency! Jumpy pigments, says Michael. Oh, jeez, now gassed. Ghastly gas. Oh, no, it's a giant magma cube in the way of me tunnel. Get out of the way. Clear off. Be gone. Foul beast. Block it up. Quick. Wasn't as good as Mr. Onion, says Lofty. I tried really hard then. God, you're so mean to me. You know, I have to. It takes me a lot of confidence and effort to do silly voices in public. And if I don't get them quite right, you know, I'm not an impressionist. I'm sorry I didn't do it perfect. I try really hard. Jeez. Twisted 20, thank you. I shall drink. Oh no, magma cubes again. It's Nature Player. Yes, mini. Right. On with the hotel. And some very flashy mountains in the background there. Did you notice that? Bit weird. The hotel of many dreams. All coming together. We're all in this together. Mr. Onion impression by JCB. Wow, thank you. That's why we get Mr. Onion himself to do it. Yeah, but how can I get him to do it if he's not here? I don't think you believe me that he's gone. Don't know why you guys never believe me about anything. Eat, says Sebastian Bedrock. I have on half a hunger hunch. There you go, eaten. Job done. It's weird, isn't it? I've got a redemption for hydrate, which is actually me in real life having a drink, because obviously you can't drink in Minecraft. And then one for eat, which is being game eating. It's a bit confusing, really. A little bit confusing. Let's get this run all the way down so we don't get confused with how long the rooms are supposed to be. Mr. Onion has gone to get revenge on Beardstones as Nature Plays. Yeah. Told me he was going to a nightclub, an illegal rave. He said he's sick of being told what to do by the government, being in lockdown. He doesn't care about it anymore. He's doing what he wants these days. No one can control him. He's his own man, he said. I said, but what about the rest of the world? Think of all the other people that are, you know, having to put up with this. He's like, no, I don't care. I'm going to do what an onion wants to do. I told him that, you know, made me feel sick. His attitude towards other people's, complete disregard for other people's lives. You know what Mr. Onion's like. Said, if you feel sick, go and find yourself a toilet to bend over. I said, wow. Jeez. Harsh. Oh gosh, what, Mr. Onion, what's happening to you? We've just had a Groover raid. Hello, thank you very much for the raid, Groover people. 38 of you. It actually said in the chat that Groover has raided you with a party of 36, but then it has hosted us with 38. So we've got a couple of extra ones for free. So thank you very much for that, Groover. It's always nice to get something for free. And 38 somethings is nothing to be sniffed at. Welcome. If you are new to the FoxyNoTail live stream adventure, then welcome. We are doing many building hotels in truly Bedrock. That's how I roll. What was Groover doing? What was he up to? Was he doing anything fun? Was it exciting? Was he displeasing piglins? Or was he just minding his own business? Oh, jeez. Give me me blocks back. I can't afford to leave them lying on the floor. Oh, jeez. Me hotel's full of spiders. Evening, Foxy in chat. Says Teddy Legend Gaming. Well, hello there. How are you doing? Groover has been shuffling dimensions. Jeez, how do you shuffle a dimension? Someone's keeps getting blocked by Streamlabs. If you use all caps, Streamlabs is going to be like, no, mate. It's not going to let you do it. What's a Groover? How does one shuffle dimensions? Please explain. Hey, Puppy Camp's been on a while, hasn't it? I'm turning that off. You've had it way too long. All these newbies getting free Puppy Cam? I don't think so. I didn't realise I had caps on. Oh, was it you? I thought someone had come along trying to say bad stuff in the chat and we're getting got by Streamlabs. Turns out it's actually Groover. Sorry about that, Groover. My apologies. I will have a word with Mr. Streamlabs. I'll tell it that certain people are excluded. I don't know if I can do that. Can you put people in a whitelist? Just the end portal room and the tunnel to the end portal. Oh, nice. I can't wait to go and check that out. It's been a long time since I've been to the end. What happened to all my stuff that was cordoned off to one side? Have you taken care to look after all of my junk that I left there, Groover, or has it all gone in the bin? I wouldn't blame you for putting it all in the bin. Finally, Groover gets a ban for a few seconds. Still good to sweet dreams. Yeah, Groover today, the one facing the ban hammer. Unlucky. Gotta be careful. You can't go around shouting in people's live streams. You're gonna get Streamlabs coming down on you. Oh, mate, this room's gonna have to be this room's gonna have to be one block not quite as wide as the rest of them. Oh, the stairs are off in two different directions. Oh, mate. Yeah, Foxy had a stack of diamond blocks in that room. Did you move them? Says Michael Switch. Yes. There wasn't much in there. Bed and some stone and stuff. Very important stone and stuff, Groover. No, honestly, that's fine. If that stuff went missing, I don't mind. I shan't call you a thief. You know, we all get desperate. We all need the odd, like, half a stack of gravel. I don't blame you if you needed to take it, mate. It's understandable.
Check his under chest, Foxy, says Sweet Dreams. I will. I'll be looking in it tonight when he's offline. Have a good rummage. You know it'll all be in there. I had 3.5 dead bushes in that under chest box. It's all mine now, says Groover. Mine, all mine. Blue Eyes.
Oh my goodness, someone has just subscribed for 6 months. They must have plenty of diamonds. Thank you.
Gifting a subscription to Groover Guy there. Thank you very much, Blue Cat Eyes. That is very much appreciated. I'm sure Groover's over the moon with his subscription to me. The 10 stacks of cobble will come in useful. I'll tell you what, at the moment, cobble will become useful for me. I've never got any cobble. I'm always short of cobble and stone these days. It's like I seem to use them way too much. All my builds are very, very basic, though, so that's probably why. Right, we have just about got our first floor in place in this hotel. I'm pretty happy with it so far. What do you guys think, if you're paying any attention at all or just listening to me waffling on? You think we're doing a good job? I know we haven't done any decoration or anything. It is literally just the footings and the foundations. Looks very good, says Twisted. Go mining then, says Twisted. Well, it's not as simple as that, Twisted. It's not as simple as just go mining, believe it or not. Lack of cobble when building medieval stuff. What a surprise. Yes. Well, I haven't actually used any cobble in my castle. It's well foxified, says Nature Plays. Maybe light grey concrete instead. What, the whole building? Oh, jeez. Do you know what? I really don't like the colour of light grey concrete. I'm going to say it. I know it goes against the grain, but I just don't like it. Guyver says, I think so. Yes, great job waffling, says Lofty. Thanks, Lofty. I really like it so far, says Amazing Clambert. Jesse B says, looks great so far. Thank you, Jesse. Whoop, whoop. It's not going to be particularly like detailed or exciting. It's certainly not going to be a Mr. Beardstone / Jesse B style build, but it is going to be a recognisable hotel at the end of the day. It is going to, you'll look at that and go, oh, that's a hotel. I've seen them before in magazines. My brother stayed at one of them once. He went all the way to Spain for the weekend. Said it was rubbish. Didn't even sell egg and chips, he says. This is weird, like red ham and these horrible spicy sausages. He says, I'm not going there again. Finally catched one of your live streams, says Mike, with many, 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 many zeros after his name. Well done, Mike. Good job. Distracted by Shiny says, I like what I'm seeing here. I'm glad you like it, Distracted. But whatever you do, don't get too distracted. Oh, I've never heard that one before. Really? Thought you'd heard her all the time, mate. Mike on Switch says, oof, we are already at the mic limit here, yes. Too many mics, not enough banjos. Ha! Got that one in first before you could mic. See what I did there? I stole your joke. Expert level 99 joke stealing going on here. Ooh, spicy sausage, says Jesse B. No, not those Spanish spicy sausages. I can't do it. They're just too damn spicy. 20 billion, says Guyver. Yes, exactly, 20 billion. I often get distracted. That's why it's in my name, says Distracted by the Shiny. I would never have guessed. I thought that's the username of somebody that never gets distracted, particularly by shiny things. I can't reach the next one. I have to do a bit of the old whistling about. That's what it's called. Don't tell me it didn't, because I know. I've heard the words before. Oh. What? Oh, I see. Don't worry, peeps. It's just me being an idiot, as usual. 1, 2, 3. There we go. What did Mitt say? You really should stop putting your builds down, Fox. You do a great job improving them all the time. I know. When did I put it down? I didn't put it down. I like it, but I just... Look, the thing is, right, there's a lot of criticism out there because there are such amazing builders out there now. It's very difficult at this particular moment in time to have a YouTube channel that is Minecraft based and not and not expect for people to think that, or not be expected to be the best. If you put out a video on a farm, it's expected that that is the best farm available to be able to make. And when it's not, people tend to get quite irate about it. And the same thing if you go for making, like building and things like that. If it's not the best that's out there, then people generally in the comments tend to be quite upset about the fact that it's not the best one they've ever seen. So that's in my experience, at least anyway, which might not be everybody's experience. But I think, again, maybe it's to do with channel size, or maybe it's to do with how often you're seen around. But you sort of tend to expect a certain level of skill and ability with people that do Minecraft channels these days. And I just, I like to remind people that not to expect too much when it comes to things like that. I don't dislike my builds. I wouldn't build them if I disliked them. It's like my nether tunnel I'm not particularly proud of, because it's not a very nice nether tunnel. The one to Slack space, that is, that we finished in live stream the other day. But I really like this hotel, which is why I'm building it on Truly Bedrock. I think it's brilliant, but I know a lot of people will look at it and go, wow, that's not the best thing, that any YouTuber in the world could do. B-dubs would do it better. And so I feel like I got to sort of suggest to people not to have too high expectations, really, I guess. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean, says Mitz. I know what you mean. Jesse B there saying, oh yeah, we're all in a time where no matter what you do, you compare to someone else. Yeah, and you're always compared against, obviously, the best that person has experienced. So if that person is a fan of Grian, I mean, my castle, I got quite a few comments saying I'm copying Grian's roof because I'm using Dark Prismarine. I'm like, what's Grian building? Oh, he's building a mansion and he's using Dark Prismarine roof. Well, I'm not copying him. I just, it goes nicely, that colour. So you're getting compared to stuff like that, or you're getting, told that you're doing something someone else is doing because that's their only reference to someone else using that particular block. And because people are really strange in the fact that we all do this, because you've experienced it and it's something that is maybe quite important to you. So you watch your favourite YouTuber and you watch them every day. So they're a massive, massive part of your life. And then someone else says they've never heard of them. You think you're joking. And maybe it's like a YouTuber that you and your friends all watch together and you talk about it at school. And someone else comes along and says, well, I don't know who you're talking about. You think that person's lying for whatever reason because they're such a big deal in your life. You can't possibly understand or imagine why they're not a big deal in someone else's life as well. And we all have that tendency. So, because Grian is quite a big deal out there and people watch him, they expect that you've watched him and hanging off every word he says as well, which we don't all do. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, says Royal Sig. When if anything, your builds are much better than mine, says Nature Plays. Well, thank you. I followed you from Silent. I think your builds are so beautiful looking. They're great, says Drummer Major. Thank you very much. Also love the puppy cam. Oh no! Someone mentioned the puppy. Drummer Major, you're going to be in trouble now, mate. Sand Devil says, it's not even the B-dub style, it's the Foxy's style. Yes. Guyver says, or worse, they get offended. Distracted by the Shiny says, I think he means grain. Amazing Clambert says, we all just live in a media bubble we create for ourselves. Craginator says, I mean, we all play Minecraft, which is inherently creative. So we're all artists. Everybody needs to remember that each artist have different styles. Absolutely. Mrs. Blocksworth, or Miss Blocksworth, sorry, says, I made a build, then posted it, and people did not ditch it too much. But did put good comments and how I could improve. I love the Bedrock players as much as Java players. Well, there we go. What did I do? Says Drummer Major. You mentioned Puppy. When anyone mentions Puppy, Puppy goes away. But thankfully, Carol has said that she would like Puppy Cam back on. There you go. Good job. There's good people out there prepared to use their hard-earned stream points to reinitiate Puppy Cam when newbies like yourself accidentally say Puppy, not knowing the rules, and Puppy Cam goes away. Jeez. One day you'll all learn. Jeez. You'll all learn. Megaroo says, yeah, people get very confused. I'm an adult and my husband and I don't have cable, so we only watch YouTube, Twitch and Netflix. I guess strange looks. Yeah, I think that's going to be relatively common, to be honest, soon, doing that. I have Netflix and Amazon Prime, but I mainly watch YouTube. I've been watching a lot of YouTube the last few days, actually. But yeah, I think that's the way the world will go. But I don't have terrestrial TV anymore or cable TV. I got rid of it. I don't bother with it anymore, mate. I just wasn't watching anything. And what you do want to watch is probably on Netflix or Amazon Prime anyway. I mean, Amazon Prime, I know it used to be a lot better in terms of what content you got as part of like the free Prime Video package. But at least you can go on there. For me, it's like going to what you used to go to Blockbuster Video every weekend and rent yourself a video. And you get, you know, whatever you wanted. On Prime, you can do that. All the films are on it, but you obviously have to pay for them. But there's some amazing deals. Some you get for next to nothing. It's great. Would definitely recommend. Right, for these stairs, because I'm a little bit confused as to how we're going to go around blue striping these, I'm actually going to wiggle the blue stripe around a bit, and I think it might make it a little bit more interesting, actually. It will accent or highlight the area of the building. When I built this originally, I wanted it to be as square as possible, but I think having a little bit of shape to it can't be too much of a bad thing. So that is what we're going to do. So I'm going to do the white concrete around it first, and then we're going to bring the blue... Ooh, the blue line's going to interfere with that window, though. So we might have to not have a window on this particular layer. Forget that window there, mate. We're going to bring the white concrete round as it would normally go. Like so. One moment, please, chat. I am just in the moment of pressing buttons and not paying attention to you. If you could be nice and patient, please, it would be appreciated. Then I'll bring that round there like that. Beautiful. Right, now what I want to do is I actually want to bring that out. Whoa. Like that. So it goes with the old blue line. Jesse B says, I watch shows on Prime all the time. Mostly the free stuff, though. Yeah, I got to admit, I'd rather watch the free shows. I think their box sets are quite expensive, considering how much free stuff there is available in terms of like content you can watch on Netflix or Amazon Prime. I think their box sets and individual episode price is really expensive. But their films, I mean, you can get some really good films for next to nothing, like a couple of dollars for a HD film. And you don't have to buy it. You can rent it, which is great. So, you know, it's even cheaper. And we are completely out of white concrete. This is bad news. This is very bad news, peeps. This is not good at all. We need more white concrete. In fact, we are desperate for white concrete. It is a desperate time that we are living in right now. We are probably going to have to, in that case then, go to the old McJobby and make some. Oh, I don't know how much sand and stuff I got left though. This could be tricky. Let's pack up our boxes. Ooh, smash a hole in the floor because, you know, why not? We're rebels at the end of the day. Put the things away in our ender chest just in case we need them. Put all of this junk away in here. Grab ourselves a shulker box. Now I know I've got a box of sand somewhere. In fact, it might even be here. One of these is going to have full of sand. You'll see. You'll see. Have faith in me. Unless it wasn't here that I left it. I know I've left the full blocks of sand somewhere. I can't believe I used 2 sugar boxes for the white concrete on this build already. Ah! I knew it. It's always the last one you come to, isn't it? Always the last one you come to. Right, we've got a couple of sugar boxes. We've got some sand. We need some gravel. We can go and build ourselves some white concrete. Build it? Yes, build it. Nature Plays, subscribe with Amazon Prime. Thank you very much for your subscription. Very nice of you. The concrete shortage of 2021, says Nightside. Indeed, it was a tough time for us all. It will be the last one you check, says Michael Switch. It always is. It's always the last one you check. Happy new subscriber, says Nature Plays. How are you tonight, Foxy, says Phantom Instinct. I am getting there. I am not 100% just yet, but I'm not far off. I think soon I'm going to be running on all cylinders again, feeling happy and fresh and not achy and a little bit gross. Hello, Giant Magma Cube. We meet again. Oh, jeez. Why? Where did it come from? Where did it come from? Where did it go? Where did it come from? Magma Cube. Does that rhyme? COVID-19 or Concrete 21? Which is worse, as Royal Sig? I don't know. I just don't know. Mitz, have you put a thingy out there for the story of how I lost my tail? I see you just used the command tail and then said, oh, that didn't work. So I'm assuming it didn't quite go to plan. Still not working, Mitz. I think you've broke that one. I don't think that stream command's quite right. You need to fiddle with your stream commands, Mitz. Why? Someone's let off a creeper here, haven't they? There's a big hole underneath my ender chest there. That wasn't there before. Who's been using the concrete farm and blowing holes in it? Come on, own up to it. I need answers. Ooh. Right, we want many white concrete. What? Oh, many. We're going to need more than that, but this will do for now. We'll go get 8 stacks, and then we'll come back and we'll do some more. Let's hope we don't get any lag today. Now, technically, I should have an even less laggy connection than normal. Normally, my ping is about, like, between 4 and 10. Today, it should be instant because I'm plugged directly into the router that the server's running on because my main internet has decided to shut down. I noticed a couple of days ago, I use 4G internet. And it's the same 4G that I get on my phone. So I've got a 4G phone, I've got a 4G Wi-Fi router that has a different SIM card, and there's an aerial really close by to me. There's a mast just down the road. And at the very front of my house, I get full signal. So I normally have very fast internet connection on both my phone and my PC. And I noticed, not yesterday, but the day before, that the internet was starting to mess about a bit. So I went online, and I did a coverage check thing, and there's it's like report an error button, and there's a check for errors in your area button, and I clicked it, and they said there are no issues in your area. So I left it for a little bit, and I kept trying, but I couldn't even load up Google on my phone. I thought this is weird. So I checked the router upstairs, and it was showing, instead of the normal 5 bars, it was only showing 1 bar. So I thought, well, that's weird as well. So I went back on that website, and instead of the check local problems, I did the report a problem one. And about an hour later, I got a text message to say, yes, we found there's a problem in your area. Give us 6 hours. We're working on it. It should be done after 6 hours. I was like, okay, great. So that was right late at the evening. And the next morning, I woke up expecting it all to be fixed. Still same problem. Thought, well, I guess it's going to take them more than 6 hours. That evening, which was yesterday evening, I got another text message saying, we still got a problem in your area. We're expecting to have it fixed in 6 hours. Oh, okay, fair enough. It'll be fixed in 6 hours. That's good. I'm not live streaming until tomorrow. It'll all be done in time for that. Anyway, today came along, and this morning I got a message from the from the phone company to say, oh, mate, there's a proper problem in your area. We're working on it, but it might take us a few days. But don't worry, because if you're struggling to make a call, you can always enable Wi-Fi calling. And I'm like, but my Wi-Fi is using the same service. So I've had to steal the server connection to do the live stream tonight. Mitz, have you done it? A long time ago on a YouTube channel, many years back. And then there's a link. Amazing. Well done, Mitz. Good job. It's been there ages. Don't know why it stopped working, says Mitz. What was the problem? They didn't say which 6 hours, lol, says Royal Sig. Exactly, yes. It's going to be 6 hours, but we're not starting the stopwatch until next week sometime, possibly. Guy said, I've never heard a router pronounced that. You call it a router, don't you? It's a router. A router. There's lots of data passing through my router, but don't worry about it, because we're going to test it in the beta. No, it's not. There's a lot of data passing through my router. We're going to test it in the beta. You're just not saying it right. Jeez. Michael Switch said, the sad thing is they won't give you a bill of credit unless you actually complain. Oh, we don't get... You cannot get credit from the phone company in the UK. No. If your phone turns on, then it's fine. There's no problem with their service. I'm amazed they even admitted there was a problem with you, to be honest, because they normally don't. They're normally like, no, not a problem on our end, must be your device. But it's happening on all my devices. Well, they're all magically broken at the same time then, aren't they?
No, there's quite clearly a problem down at the exchange. No, there isn't. And then you get an email message like 2 days later going, oh, we found there's a problem at your area. Don't worry, it's all fixed now. Oh, I knew it. Knew it. You weasels. Weasels. All of you. Well, that was very much a Western movie accent. I loved it, said Jessie B. So you mean that's not how all Americans speak? That's how they all sound when I listen to them in those Western movies. Western movies talking about data and routers. That's a nice big router you got on the back of your horse there. Thanks. Just hold still while I shoot this data out of the sky. Hanku says, actually, FoxyNoTail, any service outage for 48 hours or more is automatic credit if you register your outage. New Ofcom law from a couple of years ago. Yeah, never going to happen. Don't believe it. It might be the law, but you're never going to get it, are you? Bit of useless knowledge there. Why Dream got so... Oh. Why come to someone else's live stream and then talk about another streamer? Go away. Wish I spoke like that, lol, says Sir Hyrule. You mean you don't? Jeez. That's actually really great Western impressions, this guy, but I don't think so. I'm joking, lol. It's not a joke. It's just a waste of precious air that you're breathing. No, I'm being overly mean. But don't go into someone else's live stream and then talk about another streamer as if the person that's streaming doesn't exist. Gonna cry now. Good. Did you see yourself? Learn your lesson. Groil 6 says, but you never actually had an outage, so it was just slow. It was unusable. You still had a connection. Exactly. That's the thing. Because it wasn't an outage, there's no way that they will give me credit. They will say, well, it was still working. It was just slower than normal. And I'll, the fact that I can't even load up Google doesn't mean anything to them. The fact that I was still receiving 4G is enough, I think. Outage just lasts 47 hours and 59 minutes instead these days. Yeah, I bet. I was impressed as well on the accents as Blue Cat Eyes. Well, I'm so happy that you all think I'm very good. Face reveal some days is Mike 2000. Never. I'm never, ever, ever going to show my face on the internet. Not now, not never. Whatever you do, don't check my Instagram and my other channels, okay? The other mic's still here for some reason, says Mike on Switch. That's the mic off switch. He's the newer model. He's Mike 2000. We upgraded Mike. Sorry, mate. This one doesn't like banjos. Hanku said he did a face reveal on his last stream. Shh, don't tell him that, Hanku. He'll watch the VOD all the way through and see when it happened. Not telling you the timestamp. You'll have to watch it from start to finish. Jared Mart says, yeah, it would be weird to do a face reveal because I imagine Jeremy Clarkson. Oh, jeez. I don't look like Jeremy Clarkson. I don't have a perm for a start. Can I have hair for a perm? Mitts, how does it make you feel to think that I might have a perm? Yeah, it would be, No, I've just read that one. Come on, chat. Slowing down a bit. Jeez. Exactly. Even the puppy is hiding her face. Oh no! Someone mentioned the puppy! Oh jeez! Why are you doing? Why are you doing royal thing? Nobody learning their lessons. All British people look like Mr. Bean, so what's the point of a face reveal? Says Mike on Switch. Well, he's a very handsome man, so, I don't mind looking like Mr. Bean. Jeez. Jared, I know what you mean with the Jeremy Clarkson certain moments are uncanny, says Hanko. Blue Cat Eyes and Millsy there with Puppy Cam. I can only put one on. A perm, I imagine more of a blue rinse, says Japes. Foxy with the perm, says Jessie B. That's it, I'm going to have to get myself a perm wig now to wear during my my alternative channel live streams. That would be hilarious in my mind. What happened there? I did consider at one point. Although I just thought it would be really weird for anyone new that joined, just wearing a different, like, buying a load of cheap wigs off Amazon or something, and just wearing a different one every stream and just seeing if people noticed. Like, just really weird, like, wacky ones. You have to do it now, says Mitz. No, it'd be as weird as the Mr. Onion thing. I just don't think it would be good for new viewers. Why has this guy got a, like, arrow sticking through his head? I don't know. It's weirdo, isn't he? Maybe live action Mr. Onion could have a perm. Live action Mr. Onion. When Foxy says yes in a deeper voice, it's definitely Jeremy. And I say yes in a deeper voice. Yes. It's that Juicy song again. It always comes on at this time. It's almost like it's in that position of the playlist. Stop it. I don't want to hear about your Juicy, okay? Fox ear headphones. Guys, anyone else sweating? I'm sweating sat here. I'm on fire. Not even using the RTX. Live action, don't we already have too much Mr. Onion? Wow, yeah, that's the last person we want to see live action. Jeez. Can you imagine? Oof, didn't even bear thinking about. We raided yesterday someone in a panda suit, says Traz. Yeah, I'm just thinking, like, if... I don't know why I get so warm when I'm live streaming. It's really strange, probably because I don't shut up. But if I was wearing a wig while I was live streaming, I'd just be on fire. I think I'd need like a towel or like tissues or something, because I'd just be permanently like dripping sweat all over the keyboard. You'd be hearing sparks as my mouse starts like sparking and setting on fire. I don't think it's a good idea. If Mr. Beardstone has a shave, he will be Mr. No Beardstone. Hey Foxy, I found you from your podcast. I was wondering, when is the next one since Infinity Bubble? Do you know what? I keep thinking I'm going to do my next one this week, but I never seem to quite squeeze in the time. I do want to do another one. I got lots of things I want to talk about as well, and yeah, I will do another one soon, but I can't give you an exact date when, because I don't know. I do them when I can fit them in. Oh, Shepherd Tamer's come along with a party of 40. Amazing. Thank you very much, Shep. Fizzy Andy Boy says the return of Poldock. Don't you count your chickens. Or Foxy mask like Dead Mouse, says Hanku. Be like a swimming pool in there. Jeez, don't even think about it. Oh yeah, like those people that wear like full length like costumes and bear suits and stuff. I couldn't imagine that, doing one of those jobs. In the middle of summer. Please can we have bloopers reel, says Pendant Spore. A bloopers reel? Of what? You've got to have bloopers to make a bloopers reel. All my bloopers go into the video, mate. I don't have bloopers off camera. They all go in. I share the lot with you. Warts and all, mate. Lol, we do love the music videos, says Jared Matt. Mike on Switch there saying Foxy doesn't make mistakes. Exactly. You're absolutely right. I've never made a mistake in my life. Right, we've got a whole nother new shulker box worth of concrete there, so I'm not going to worry about making... Oh, let's just sort these boxes out a minute. Not going to worry about making any more right now. We'll come back another time and make some more. I'm definitely going to need more for this hotel, but right now we're just going to savour what we've got, and we're going to go back and we're going to do a little bit more hotel building before I set on fire, and then and we'll probably call it a day, because we're just about there at the end of the stream, to be honest with you. It's probably the copious amounts of hot tea that I drink while I'm streaming. Maybe that's why I'm on fire. Well, there was that one time with World Spawn, but we don't talk about that, says Mike on Switch. Shh, never happened. Don't know what you're talking about. Jumpy Spider Lady's here. Hello. It was nothing, just my teacher telling me I have school in a week. Back to my horrid class 8C, it's mad in there. Jeez. Jared Mart says, has anyone made a light level pack for New Bedrock Edition? I hope so. I really need one. I need light levels and chunk borders. If anyone can figure out how to do it, please let me know. Because I ain't got a clue, mate. I don't think it's actually possible, but I'm sure someone will figure it out. There'll be some smart aleck out there that just knows that sort of thing, and they'll do it.
And then I'll feel very silly that I've been telling everyone, oh, it's not even possible, mate. Be like, of course it is. All you got to do is you just open this folder, drag that into there, turn it all upside down, write the entire thing in a hex editor and turn it all to binary. Oh, well, is that how you do it? Is it okay? Good. Yeah, I knew that already. Puts the video out about it, making no reference to the person with the original source, claiming it was all my idea. Excellent. Good job. I make mistakes into features, then tell people it's the way I wanted it, lol, says Miss Blocks with yes. It's the way to do it. I don't know. Just went to read the chat there and there is no chat. Come on, peeps, what are you playing at? Where's my chat be at, bruh? I need them chats. Royal Sig there's an add-on out if you can break the 128-bit encryption. Why do you want to set up your inventory like that, says Asman? I just always do. I like to... I doesn't ever stay that way because I mess it up because I use PickBlock. But that's just how I always have it set up. So I know how many I've got of each one. And I like, well, I need more white concrete than anything else. I need a load of polished stuff. So I can visualize how much I've got. It's almost like a little bar chart. And it helps me like know how much I've got, basically. That's it. That's all it is. Okay, so the next level of this is going to be at this point here. But we should probably, before we get carried away with the next layer, actually finish off the last layer. I think that would make a lot more sense, to be honest with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just going to get the windows in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. The little one at the end. Chat, bruh, says JCB. No, bro, says Blue Cat Eyes. Uptime, says Burr. Sorry, mate, my son is teaching me how to use Twitch. Boomer, apparently, says Pendant Spore. Get it done right. What a boomer, I can't believe it. You're so boomy right now, Boomer. Right, we go now. We're gonna be looking a little staircase up here because I'm too lazy to use scaffolding. Scaffolding for wimps. We're gonna bring this out here like this. In fact, we're not, because that's going to interfere with those balconies. What we're going to do, we're gonna go crazy right now. This may look ridiculous, but I'm actually going to bring that blue line out. It's going to go as an outset instead of an inset around here. I'm going to just fall off there. I meant to do that, totally on purpose. Of course you did, mate. I did, yeah, definitely did, on purpose, yep. 100%. I meant to fall down there as well. Hotel reminds me of going to Mallorca. It was self-catering. Their cereal tasted of cardboard. Other than that, it was an awesome holiday. That's what it's supposed to taste like on holiday, JCB. Holidays aren't supposed to be better than being at home. They're supposed to remind you why being at home is nice. That's my experience anyway. Ooh. Oof. Oh, this... No, that's fine. We'll just go for blocks along there. I think we can wingle this. Wingle it? You mean wangle it? Yeah, wangle it. That's what I said. Didn't? Got this weird blue bar going across here now that we no longer need. Let's get rid of that. Don't need that. Oh, it's all coming together lovely, ain't it? We're better off, just remember, all of you, if you're not in your... Well, jeez. Why are you talking about school, mate? Last time I went on holiday for 10 days, I made breakfast twice, as Royal saying. I've been on holiday for so long. I'm dying to go on holiday. I want to go on holiday. I make a holiday in Minecraft. It's not the same. Just want to go somewhere warm and play in the ocean and sit by the beach and do nothing for a bit. Although I get really bored doing nothing, so I probably like want to do something. But you know what I mean. I want to go on holiday. Jeez. Where's my holiday, bro? No, bro. Oh.
Okay. We now have strange looking roof in there. That'll get better with time. I think this is okay. It's fine for now. It'll do. It's not the end of the world. What we do need to do, though, is think about how we're then going to continue this blue line around here. And I think at this point we need to do very much like what we've done up there and actually have that just loop around the side of the building. We're going to have to wiggle about with that window in a minute. But I think it'll be okay. It says 18 years since I've been on a proper holiday. Oof. Then you can't remember what they're like. How do you know it's a proper one? They might have changed by now. Might have been proper by the old money standards, but, you know, today's holiday is completely different bits. Most of today's holidays, you know, they go on in space and we all, you know, drive flying cars while we're on holiday and all that sort of stuff. Ditto, says Mitz, to Mitz Cat, says, herding cats. 2 cat people not been on holiday for 18 years. Jeez. The cat people need to get out more. That's all I'm saying. It's gone nuts here. Everybody's coming here on holiday, says Blue Cat. Mitz says, we should go on one together, JC. Oh, I thought you was inviting me then, Mitz. I got excited. You inviting JC? Wow. Harsh. Harsh. I don't want to invite anyway. I don't want to go on your rubbish holiday. You go without me. It's fine. Wow. I believe it. Hurts, man. Cut me deep. Holidays in space, says JCB. Yes. It's where I like to go on holiday. I like to go on holiday in space. Right. I think this looks a little bit weird, but it's kind of working, so we're going to stick with it. It's fine. It's all good. Don't worry about it. All good, bro. It's different, you know. They don't all look the same, do they? Just, yeah, it stands out a bit more. We need some features on the walls as well. We need to think about how we can add detail into this smoothness of the concrete. But we'll worry about that another time. Today is not the time for that. I just want to get things in place so it looks semi-decent for the end of tomorrow's video, which will be coming out at 4 PM GMT if it actually uploads in time. Yesterday's was uploaded late because of my internet problems. But today I have wangled wires all over my house in order to steal internet from the Truly Bedrock server. You're welcome. All it needs is surfboards, says Blue Cat Eyes. Concrete powder and wall, says Rosie. You can see I've used concrete powder in some of this to do that. It doesn't quite have the effect I'm going for, though, because it doesn't blend ever so nicely with the concrete. It'd be nice if there was something in between powder and concrete that just had a little bit of ness, but not too much. Oh, I've left a shulker box somewhere. Where did I leave my shulker box? It's probably... Oh, it's my bone box, isn't it? I've left it at the concrete farm. Guess I need to go back there later and go and pick it up. Bone blocks, as Blue Cat is indeed. Ha, Mitz! I bet you're a fun to be on holiday with. I've never been on holiday. I really want to save up and try in 2022, says Jessie B. Right, that's it. Mitz, JCB, Jessie B going on holiday to the moon 2022. Let's make this happen. Let's get one of them stream things where you have to all chip in. We'll do it. We'll get all of those guys on holiday next year. Why not this year? Because we're not allowed this year. Next year, when everything's finished. Not going to be finished. It will be fine. We'll all be allowed out. Mitt says, was thinking the same about you, JC. Ooh. Interesting. Take it to the DMs, guys. Jeez. We don't want to get up and personal in your private DMs that you're having in this chat. Oh, it's quite exciting, actually. Carry on. Mr. JC BFS is Pickles. I know, right? It's so beautiful right now. "2022 parole, lol," says Rosie. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. That's pretty much what it's like. We allowed out yet? No. Not yet. Please? No. Not until you've all been really good and stayed indoors for a whole year. What about now? No. Disneyland, no, we need to get them to space. Oh, they got, like, space rides at Disneyland. And Jesse, Foxy can carry the bags. Oh, am I allowed to this one now? I've been invited finally. Hey, there. Well, now I'm really, keen. We've got Mitts, JCB, Jesse B, and FoxyNoTail. Don't mind if I do. I'll take myself along on that holiday. Should be a barrel of laughs. Pickle says Foxy Community Meet up in Mexico 2022. Foxy can be the babysitter. What? No. I want to have fun too. Why I got to do the rubbish jobs? I did say earlier you could come, but you missed it, said Mitts. Aww. Hanky said it's on my bucket list to go to space, so count me in, lol. My kids keep asking if they can go into the out now. Into the out now? What? Aww. One day, kids. Can you imagine if you was born at the beginning of 2020? I suppose that this, you're gonna grow up. Well, your first couple of years of life on this planet are gonna be like, oh, it's just what's that out the window, Mum? Nothing. Don't look out there. Avert your eyes from all of the zombies walking around in the garden. They look all right. Those people actually. No, they've all got the lurgy, mate. Stay away. You get to like 3 years old, like, come on, then we're going to the park. What's the park? I don't want to go. I'm terrified. Jumpy Spider Lady says you'll be on holiday just in charge of the kids when the grown up want to ride the big rides. What? That doesn't seem fair. I don't want to ride. I want to be in charge of the kids. I want to go on the big rides too. Jumpy Spider said lurgy. I just learned that word this morning. Pickle says, FoxyNoTail convention, what would it be called? FoxCon is taken, I believe. I always thought FoxCon. I think that's just because it's funny. Because it's obviously already a thing. Into the out now. That way they want to play there with their friends. What? I'm still very confused. Sorry. Easily done. I'm a very confused person.
Oh my goodness, someone has just subscribed for 12 months.
Hello, zombie. Welcome to the hotel. Would you like a room?
Idiot who would do such a thing.
Come along. Come along. Ow. Yeah, so you can have this room if you want. No, you don't like it? Okay. Not for me there, subscribing for 15 months, saying, sorry, can't stay, no power at the house, enjoy the stream. Well, thank you very much for nipping in for your 15-month subscription. That is ridiculous. Thank you so much. Mitt saying, hey, Lawful, hope you get power soon. Me too. Me too. Do I want to know what FoxCon is about? I can't remember, to be honest with you, but I know it's a thing. Right, so it looks very much like... Have I done that roof too low? No, that's fine. They're not going to be very tall rooms, these. I mean, if you had lamps sticking... In fact, we could probably put sea lanterns in the ceilings. I think that would be better. I was going to do lanterns, but lanterns sticking down, you're going to bang your head on them, aren't you? So let's grab some sea lanterns. Let's put some sea lanterns into the rooms, and we will declare the ground floor just about done for the end of this live stream. Now, I know there's still lots of work needs going in. We need furniture and all that sort of good stuff. But in terms of the foundations, the build, it's solid. It's got structure. Ow! Got structure, as I was saying before. I was rudely interrupted by my forehead smashing into the side of the building. Okay. We should probably also have lights on the balcony, but we'll worry about that later. So I'm going to go... In fact, I'm going to put it there. Like that. That's fine. I don't think that looks too bad. I don't think it looks too out of place. There's not much we can do, really. Unless anyone else has got any wonderful ideas on how we could do better holiday feel lighting. Hello, Skeleton. You come for a room as well. Solid enough to break your nose, this Jumpy Spider Lady. Indeed.
Foxconn is a company that manufactures electronic devices. Oh, yes, it's the one that Apple uses in China, isn't it? That they got in many, many troubles for all of the underpaid, awful labour rules that they had going on there. Is that the one that I'm thinking of, or am I saying things that are inappropriate and wrong? I don't think I am. I'm pretty sure about that. Or maybe Foxconn was one of the good ones. I can't remember. Well, there was. I remember the name because of all the troubles that Apple got in with and all of the other companies got in with. China, but they were going to build a Foxconn in Wisconsin, but then COVID. Ah, okay. Oh, but it's actually interesting. I didn't think it's about electronics. I'm sure it's from a game as well, isn't it? Isn't Foxconn a reference to some sort of game? Like Metal Gear Solid, I want to say, but I don't think it is Metal Gear Solid. Yep, I'm pretty sure that's the one, says Jesse B. Boo, Foxconn. Right, we now have lights in the rooms. We could probably do with lights in the hallways as well. So let's see if we can get this to line up. It is an odd number, so it should line up nicely. So what we're going to do is we're going to start at the doorways because they will line up. So if we start here, we'll go for every 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. Oh, yes, and that lines up with the doorways. Perfect. Excellent. Lovely jubbly. All of a sudden, it was much, much brighter in the hotel. Now, I have done the floors out of slabs as well, so technically we can underlight the floor as well to make it look a bit brighter. But that looks an awfully lot nicer and more... An awfully lot nicer, yes. An awfully lot nicer than it did a minute ago. It's many, many, many bright now. This is good. Right. Okay. Let's check downstairs. Downstairs, all the ceilings need doing... Oh, let's have gap. Shh, nobody see gap. Yeah, all of the ceilings down here need sorting out. And apparently that... Ow. Hey! 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 Stop. Yeah, we need obviously lights, ceilings, decoration, all sorts of stuff down here needs sorting out. Let's just do this wall quickly and finish that bit off. And we probably want to bring the ceiling down a block just so we don't see the underneath of the upstairs. That might not be a bad idea. Fizzy Andy Boy says, how did you make your channel logo and what inspired you? I made it with Photoshop and... I don't think I really used a great deal of inspiration for that one. That was just sort of me fiddle around with Photoshop for a while. It was when I made my channel logo when all of the stuff was going on about copper with YouTube, and I was trying to move away from the Minecraft face that I had and make it slightly less kiddie, if you like. I wanted it to look a little bit more professional, so I decided to go away from that and use just those sort of basic shapes, and the one on my profile pictures just like Foxy with an orange background, so it's kept the colours. The colours are very similar, but it's not just a... It also doesn't just limit me to Minecraft either. Right, ceiling in here. We need to research hotel ceilings really, but obviously it's going to need lights in it as well. I have a reception desk over there. Obviously, that's the obvious place for it to go. Yeah, I don't think this is looking too bad. We are going to bring that line out though. I think that makes sense for that line to continue on the inside. Very grown up looking, says Jesse B. Oh, thanks, Jesse. I'm like a grown up, aren't I? A bit, sort of, sometimes. Tempted as well to carry on that blue line around there. That might just about make sense. Brings it all together then, you see. Merry Pancake. Oh no, Living Carrot says puppy. Oh jeez. Lofty said shush, but I spotted it. In fact, it was actually, I'm not going to lie, it was Lofty's shush that pointed out. I see Lofty saying shush. I could assume someone said puppy cam. And they had. Oh, Lofty keeping her mouth open. Oh jeez. Keeping her mouth open. You know what I mean. I don't think anyone knows what you mean. Well, they'll learn. We got run out of a bit of blue. In fact, I'll tell you what, we don't actually need that there now, do we? Let's just bring the white ceiling
down to there. And probably bring that in a bit as well. It's not so bad. Not so bad. Have I mentioned puppy cam before? Look, you didn't notice, Foxy says living carrot. Well, I wouldn't bother adding one in again because we are sadly at the end of today's live stream. We have run out of time and I have run out of patience. Pretty much. I really want to get the ceilings in here and in there done, but I'm not sure what we're going to do with them yet, so I'm not going to do them right now. On that note, I think, should we have a quick look round it in RTX? What do you think? Would anyone like to do that? It's got to obviously very, very dark in the bottom, but I haven't checked this thing out in RTX thing yet. Hands up in the chat if you want me to do that. Asman said last time Puppy Cam went off, 2 people redeemed at the same time. They did, but it was on for ages, and they're only supposed to be 5-minute redemptions. But I'm very kind. I leave it on until someone says Puppy Cam. We've got some hands up in the chat. Okay. Let's put on RTX. I'm going to go to my global resources. I'm going to find the one I want. I'm going to hit that one. I'm going to press settings. I'm going to go back into servers. No, I'm not, because apparently that's going to break my game. Oh, no. There we go. I'm going to hit Swantable, and then we're going to go in. Let's do this. Oh, yeah. Boom. Oh, that looks just like an hotel. Oh, no, mate. Don't it? It looks good, don't it? A good time of day for it as well. Oh, look at those shiny path bits. That's a little weird. I kind of like it, though. Let's check out the swimming pool with no water in it. Oh, jeez. There's no water in that pool. The grates look great, don't they? The grates look great. That was a many iron it cost me to do those. Many iron. Oh, I like it. Don't it look fancy? Looks fantastic, says Drummer Major. Looks wonderful, says Jessie B. I'm going to have a shower. It don't work. It's fake, that is. Fake. Rubbish. Let's go in here. Let's check out the old glazed terracotta floor. Oh, look at the shine on that. That is exactly the sort of shine you actually do get on like a hotel or an airport floor, that looks like. That is perfect. If we could get that level of shine everywhere, oh, that's amazing. That's like, the quartz is too shiny. See how shiny the quartz and the andesite is? If they were more like that glazed terracotta, that's wonderful. Oh, I really like that. The dining room, very shiny, but easy to mop, obviously, if it's shiny. I don't want spider eye, thanks, mate. Let's go check out the bedrooms. Wish I was there, says Mitz. Amazing Clement says, you get the spiders in hotels. Yeah, you do. Jesse, it's very realistic. Ooh, the floor looks amazing, says Jesse B. Hanku says, needs a pool table in there now and a row of paper hour PCs. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea to have a little internet connection room in the lobby. Ooh, yeah, the granite's a little bit too shiny with RTX. But it doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad looking over the beach and the sunset. I think that's pretty nice. It is the wrong way round, sadly. We do get the sunset behind the hotel rather than over the water. That would have been nicer. But I guess we get the sunrise over the water. When it gets nighttime, we'll go to bed and we'll check out the sunrise coming over. Oh, but look at that. Oh, that's the thin room. Let's not go in the thin room. Let's go in a wide room. Oh, lovely. Oh, look at that. It's just like being an oldie. I'm on my house, mate. Sharon says, love it. This is even Minecraft, as Sweet Dreams Book Up. Pickles says, Mitz is getting desperate. She wishes she was in a shell of a building with an empty pole. Okay, I love that, says Jessie B. You got a... Oh, hang on. Got a bug problem in the hotel. Yeah, the spiders. Oh, man. Right, it's just about night time. Let's go grab our bed and then we'll check out the sunset. We could probably do to move our bed and our boxes and stuff actually into one of the rules. What rules? Oh, someone did sleeping for us, mate. Hang on, quick. Need to catch the sunrise. Jeez, wait. Ah, wrong way up the stairs. There we go. Let's go in the middle rooms. Get some sunshine from the middle. Beautiful. Ah, amazing. Absolutely over the moon with that. Love it. It's not even finished and I think it's brilliant. Tooting my own horn again there, you see. Not putting myself down, Mitch. See, look. Telling me off, putting myself down. Not putting myself down. Telling everyone how wonderful it is. That's better than B-Dubs, that one. It looks just like Marbella in the 80s. Looks like you got some new guests. The Sweet Dreams What Called. Yeah. Who needs holiday? Wednesday. When there's Minecrafts, says JCB. Now I think we'll probably only go for 3 layers. In my other world that I've closed now, in the creative world, we did 4 and it looked a little bit tall and squat. But I actually quite like that height there. But we will go 1 more layer up. But I think that looks absolutely great. I'm really happy with that. Really happy with that. Very happy with today's live stream as well. I hope you've all enjoyed it. I'm going to roll the credits, something I keep forgetting to do recently. And we're going to click my raid button and see who there is available to raid. And then I am going to go and chill out for an hour before I go to bed. Because it's 9:15, you know. And I need a good sleep if I'm going to get my rest in and start feeling better. The credits are about to roll onto the screen. If your name comes up in those credits, then an extra big thank you for your valued support and just, you know, helping out with the channel. If your name's not on those lists there, then thank you anyway. Your support just for being here is just as lovely. So thank you very, very much. Mitt says it's been fun. Thank you, Foxy. Bye, everyone. Milsey says great stream. Thank you, Foxy. Pickles has waved. Living Carrot waving there. Oh, thanks, peeps. Right, let's see who've we got. Oh, we've only got Bruno and Millis, so I guess we're going to Bruno. So say hello to Bruno for me when you get there. Hopefully you'll be having a wonderful time. Let's press the raid button. And I'm going to say, see you all later, peeps. Bye. Gone.